Hello, Watem here, and welcome back to some more Higurashi When They Cry. Let's continue. So, I'm pretty sure we've had Rika's father being marked as an opportunist, and Rika's mother's suspicion we just had last part, so let's go on to the third sacrifice. The situation has changed. Rika's father suddenly changed his mind about having her help out with research. When Rika came down with a high fever the other day, her mother, who wasn't happy about her daughter helping in the first place, finally blew up. I was hoping the father would convince her somehow. But now, he seems to be on her side. Rika's father didn't get emotional like her mother, but he demanded that we make our research plans for Rika clear, and that we finish our research within 3 months at most, which was completely unrealistic. Research can't have a deadline, that's out of the question. We cultivate results by grinding down our knowledge, skills, and time. To take time away from us is like taking away what's vital to live. How could he say such a thing? Curses, 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 curses. I'm guessing this is from Takana's point of view. Rika's parents are only saying that because they don't know anything about scientific research. However, as we are the parents of the Queen Carrier, we're completely at a loss about what to do. Oh, I've just realised. Yep, this is going to result in ordering their deaths so they can't withdraw consent if they're dead. I don't know which is the more unethical part. Oh dear. Because I'm pretty sure it's for murder. Oh dear. Tests and experiments on the Queen Carrier are an essential part of our research into Higurashi syndrome. Her existence is the focal point of our work. To lose her would be like losing your sense of direction out in open water. Rika is providing her cooperation with our research, but the withdrawal of her guardian's consent could be a setback. The situation is extremely dire. Rika's parents are only interested in finding a cure, but to me, the cure is only a small part of solving the mystery. I can't let her go. Are our differences causing this predicament? And it's not only them. Same as happening between Irie and me. Yep. He thinks it's inevitable, but we need to stop the research if Rika's parents refuse to consent. Oh. That's understandable, yes. From the beginning, Irie never had the determination to solve the mysteries of Higurashi syndrome. He won't back down from research assertively, but he will passively by agreeing with Rika's parents. Is that the attitude of a researcher who's trying to unravel mysteries? And this, kids, is why we have ethics boards. Oh, he's the type of man who would step on my grandfather's research with his dirty feet. He's nothing but a coward who's in this half-heartedly. He started to feel guilty over his past the moment he saw blood. He isn't qualified to even be involved in researching Higurashi syndrome. He is simply an outsider who joined in because of the Alliance demands. If I were a man, he wouldn't be here in the first place. What? There was that. She would be the lead. Okay. While it's true he produced wonderful results with his development of a cure, he seems to think it's alright to close up shop with that. Is he planning to waste everything by being satisfied with just that tiny result? That man doesn't have any right to discard my grandfather's research. I can feel my guts boiling. No. Irie isn't the main person at fault. The one to blame here is that woman, Rika's mother. If she wasn't so selfish, this wouldn't have happened. Maybe it's partly my fault. I maintain trust through relationships and obligations all the time. But somehow, Rika's mother and I didn't get along, so I didn't try to socialize with her. I thought it was fine because I got along with Rika and her father. But now, the mother has influenced the father and changed his decision. What negligence! What a reversal! What a blunder! Irie is saying we should talk to the office in Tokyo about what to do next. But I know once the Tokyo office finds out about this, they'll order us to shut the research down. I've worked so hard to even get things started. If they hear anything negative, they'll put a stop to it. I've come too far to complete my grandfather's research. I can't let it be stopped. I still have a little time to think about this. I need to calm down and analyze this carefully. I've always come up with a great plan when I drink my favorite tea and bite my nails like this. How did he die again? I know the mother went into the swamp. Well, left a suicide note. But I wonder, I don't remember how the father dies. I've always come up with a great plan when I drink my favourite tea and bite my nails like this. I looked up at the ceiling and closed my eyes, as tenderly as possible. There were times where I couldn't find a solution, but someone else came up with a simple one. I've been able to overcome everything that's been thrown at me. I even endured the hell of that orphanage. So I will never let that woman get in the way. Settle your thoughts down. Think about this clearly. Be calm, Mio Takano. Someone else may come up with a better idea. But who? It's not me. It can't be Iri. Of course, nobody from the village will do. Do I talk to someone in Tokyo? No, I can't. I don't want to owe anyone a favour. Even Koizumi-sensei would be disgusted if he finds out I can't solve such a simple matter by myself. This definitely sounds like someone in Hinozawa's syndrome. Ah, I know. There's someone I can talk to nearby. They're supposed to be my subordinates after all, so it's worth the try. I called the leader of the mountain dogs, Okunogi. The mountain dogs are my subordinates, but they're part of a self-defense force, and I'm just a researcher. So we never really had a chance to interact. He did what he was supposed to do, and I did what I was supposed to. So I never even thought of discussing anything with him. But the mountain dogs are there to protect and support our research. Why didn't I think of talking to him before? That smile. Yeah. He used to speak standard Japanese, but now he has the Hinozawa accent. I guess fitting into the region is the first thing they need to do.
このままだと女王感染者の協力が受けられなくなるばかりか、騒ぎ立てる母親によって研究所の所在が暴かれる危険性もある。山犬で何か手は打てる?
I asked Okunogi rather directly. I'm not really expecting an answer, but...
了解しました。山犬で対応します。お時間をいただければきれいにやります。
対応?
警察沙汰にならんようにしますんで、少々の準備は必要ですが。難しい仕事じゃありませんね。
I'm startled. Rika's mother is my enemy, but I was thinking about how I could convince her. If the leader of the mountain dogs, the counterintelligence unit whose duty is to protect the secret research, came up with a much simpler plan.
それは殺すということ。
入江機関の機密保持にあたっては最悪の場合、それも持参中話のはずですが、もちろんご命令があって初めて実行することですが。
After all, they need to put the responsibility on someone else. Right. This is a very simple problem to him. Rika's mother has started to interfere with our research. Not only that, there's a chance she might talk to people about the Institute. So they will eliminate her.
それは確かにうまい手ね。うまくやれるの?
そのために来ている我々ですね。大臣の孫の誘拐以来、久々の大仕事になりますわ。
Ah, I remember now. Mountain Dog's the one who kidnapped the grandson of the Minister of Construction and used that to blackmail him. It's been a few years, so I completely forgot about that. They did such a marvellous job back then. That's right. I have Mountain Dogs on my side.
実行はすぐにでも可能？
ただ殺すだけなら今夜にでも。ただ、それでは騒ぎが大きくなりますね。そのための時間さえもらえれば。
Okay, so the first two times it's a coincidence that it happened on Washinagashi. The third time it's their fault for creating a pattern. Just like a cat's eyes under a bright light. Yeah, they don't want it to attract police attention, and yet they're creating a pattern. Dear. I can feel something in the back of my eyes open up. Up until now, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how to make her my ally, or at least make her surrender, or pacify her. Yet, one order to this man, the problem's easily solved. I feel like a bird taking its first flight. Ah, how easily I can get rid of that annoying mother. All I have to do is give an order. I feel grateful to Koizumi-sensei for giving me such terrific subordinates. What a wonderful power he has given me. I'm wondering what Takano, what Irie will think of this. He's probably going to find out, let's be honest. I was taught that all people were equal. But if I have the power to control people's lives, then that means I'm more important than they are. What a feeling it is to be above others.
消すのはフルでリカの母親だけでいいですね。
え？あ、いや、ちょっと待って。
Does he mean only Rika Furude's mother? I can feel chills all over my body. If possible, maybe I should have her father disappear too. Rika is willing to help. She has no other relatives in the Furude family. If both parents die, she has to depend on someone. The Irie Institute can support her. We can give her status, money and protection. We can give her everything. By doing so, maybe it's possible to make her one of us, rather than having her as a helper. All my worries are melting away. Everything I was just concerned about seems like a joke now. I had such powerful subordinates all this time, yet I never realized. All of my tension is being released, and I'm starting to feel relaxed. I can feel myself regaining a cool head. Contemplating murder results in a cool head. I'm going to get rid of them. Rika's parents, that is. The Queen Carrier is my guinea pig. The guinea pig doesn't need parents. That's right. It's almost time for the Watem Festival. Takano-san, this is your fault then. If they die on that day, people will call it the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Murder case from 2 years ago and the accident last year are two separate incidents. Yet, because they happened on the day of Watanagashi, they're being called the curse of Oyashiro-sama. And so, creating a pattern which can be looked into. And so even if the first two were coincidence, now they're going to look into it and you're connected to at least two of them. And the third one is it's not quite related. I mean, that will probably increase the chances of your secret getting out. In any case, then, if your parents' deaths occur on this year's Watanagashi, which will be Oyashiro-sama's curse 3 years in a row. Also, creating a pattern means that the pattern will have to be followed, and so you need more people to kill each year. In any case, The miracle of Oyashiro-sama. Also, the curse. I'm going to create them. This is a chance for me to ascend to godhood and toy with human fate. The incidents that occurred 2 years in a row are said to be a curse, but not everyone believes that. However, it happens 3 years in a row, and everyone has to believe. Because that will be a true curse that's created by me. I'll become Oyashiro-sama. My desire for revenge against God is coming together.
ただ消すだけではなんだか面白みがないと思わない？
And I started to laugh. Okanogi grinned to show his interest.
私たちの手でお社様のたたりを作ってみるの。
I can't just let her die. She'll be demoned away, and I'm going to enjoy dissecting her alive. Ah, dear. Of course, I won't just have fun. This will be extremely useful for our research. After all, he's the previous queen carrier. For goodness sakes. And so, it hasn't happened yet, so I don't think we can do that one yet, actually. We might be able to do this one, though. I'll go to this one instead. So then we can do the order, like the actual event, and then the follow-up, next part. Takano-san always comes along with me whenever I go to take pictures on a stroll. She might have discovered the joy of cameras, and I'm happy to gain a friend who shares the same hobby. Right, yeah, no, totally not trying to bust you up for the audit. However, it's actually something else she's much more interested in. That would be the history of Hinoizawa. She frequently visited libraries and local archives to read through various documents and books. When it comes to Hinoizawa, she's gained quite an extensive knowledge of local history. When she's in a good mood, she tells me about things like how Hinoizawa used to be called Onagafuchi Village, and how the villagers there used to perform various cruel ceremonies based around the worship of Oyashiro-sama. It seems she loved tales of violence, and that actually gave her a mysterious charm. On the other hand, I don't do well with grotesque things, so I can hardly say anything in response. The stories of cruel ceremonies that she gets excited about, I don't really get them all that well. However, with the way her eyes light up when she talks, I don't mind spending time with her even if I have to hear about cruel things.
高野さんはそういうのを調べるのが好きだね。
あら、だって楽しいわよ。封印された過去の暗黒史を紐解くなんて、とてもワクワクすることだとは思わない？
No. Takano-san smiled in a way that almost made it sound like a dark past is something fun. But of course, it isn't. The dark history of Hinoizawa that she loves is something cruel and atrocious, like the witch hunts in the Middle Ages.
それに、ひなみ沢症候群を調べる上でも、とても役立つことなのよ。何も顕微鏡を除くことだけが調べることになるとは限らない。この寄生虫と長い時間を過ごしてきたこの村の伝承の方がよっぽど重要な何かを教えてくれることもあるんだから。
それもそうだね。うん。高野さんは本当に研究熱心だよな。
だって研究こそ私のライフワークだもの。未知の神秘に踏み込み、誰も知らなかった秘密を暴くことってとっても楽しいことだとは思わない？知的好奇心をうずうずさせてくれる。それは多分考える ることに悦を感じることができる人間だけに許された最高の娯楽だと思うの。この研究の第一人者だった高野先生も、ひなみ沢症候群の研究に生涯を捧げるだけの何かを見出し、その魅力に取りつかれていたに違いないでしょうね。多分私だけがそんな高野先生の気持ちを理解してると思うの。研究者でない二郎さんには難しいかしら。
She always seemed so enthusiastic every time she talks about the late Dr. Takano, an independent researcher who was the first person to discover the existence of the syndrome. There has to be something more there than just her admiration as a researcher. Come to think of it, Dr. Takano's full name was Hifumi Takano. Takano-san's full name is Mio Takano. Not only are their last names pronounced the same, but their first names follow a similar pattern. Sure. I will take your word for that. They must be connected somehow. I don't know anything about Takano-san's personal history, but there's a good chance that her name is an alias. From memory, Mio is her actual first name, but her last name is supposed to be different. So it's very possible she chose the name to reflect the researcher she admires.
なるほど。ひょっとして高野さんはだからミオという名前なのかい？
And she's going to be confused by that? Huh?
いや、高野さんが尊敬しているその先生の名前が確か高野ひふみ。そして高野さんの名前がミオ。1、2、3の後を引き継いで3、4。彼が成し遂げられなかった研究を引き継いだから、そういう名前なのかなって思ってね。
それを誰かに聞いたの？
いや、今僕が適当に考えただけなんだよ。別に誰かが言ってたわけじゃ。
正解よ。鈍い二郎さんにしてはよくわかったわね。
How very nice of you.
高野さんがその高野先生をとても尊敬しているのは知ってたし、まるで自分が実の娘か孫で研究の正当な後継者だというような感じで言っていることがあったからね。なんとなくそんな気がしただけなんだよ。作家のペンネームだってほら、尊敬する作家のオマージュで名前を付けることもあるし。なら高野美代って名前もペンネームみたいなものなのかなって思って。
そんなことはないわよ。高野美代は本名よ。もっとも高野の高は鳥の高じゃなくて、高い低いの高が正しいけれど。
え？じゃあ高野先生とは本当は同じ名字なのかい？それはますますびっくりだね。しかも美代が本名とは、高野ひふみの研究を高野美代が継ぐ。なんだか運命的偶然を感じるね。
二郎さんったら運命的だなんて大げさな。別に運命でも何でもないのよ。
え？
This is news to me. I heard Takano-san discovered documents about the Hinozawa syndrome left by Dr. Takano after his death, and decided to continue his research. I've never heard of them being related before.
祖父の研究を引き継ぐために予算をというと、まるで身内びいきのために予算を引っ張ろうとしているように見えて、印象が良くないというふうに助言をしてくれる人がいたので、高の一文字を変えたからなの。だから人前で高野先生が私の祖父だと話したのは、小泉のおじいちゃんを除いたら二郎さんを含めて他にいるかどうかという話よ。
そうだったのかい。なるほどね。君がひなみ沢症候群の研究に入江所長も驚くほどの情熱を見せる理由が ちょっとだけ分かったよ。
I understand very clearly now. She really did inherit the work of her grandfather. It was work her grandfather was unable to complete.
祖父も医学的見地からだけでなく、古文書などの文献からもひなみ沢症候群を探っていたの。ひなみ沢症候群と何百年にもわたって共にあった村の文献を調べることは、何百倍もの倍率を持つ顕微鏡を除くより価値があり得るというのは、祖父が私に教えてくれたことなの。
Well, it's great that she's looking into non-invasive research methods, unlike normal.
なるほどね。だとしたら、自分の完成できなかった研究をこれだけ立派に引き継いでくれたおじいさんはきっと喜んでいるだろうね。こんなに熱心な孫に引き継げてとても嬉しいはずさ。
そうだといいわね。
I said something Takano-san would normally tease me about, but she didn't. She nodded and smiled. I feel like he wouldn't be all that happy with what she's doing, considering he was mostly doing the research from a point of view of wanting to save soldiers, I think, from memory. While, yeah, she is perfectly happy to kill people. From an ethics standpoint, at least, for the first person, she definitely didn't treat him as a person. But maybe in terms of killing people, that is caused by the Hinozawa syndrome. But, well, let's continue in any case. There's no mistake. She's indeed the granddaughter of Dr. Kano.
祖父がひふみで123、
Oh.
私はミオで34。
Okay, didn't know about that. Yeah, I can see, but Hmm.
私は祖父を継ぎ、ようやく3を共に数えたに過ぎない。そして祖父の次の4を数え、私も祖父もまだ見ぬ5へ至らなければならない。それが私の使命であり、生まれてきた理由でもある。
それでミオという名前なんだね。素敵な名前だと思うよ。
So maybe she does actually like him.
ありがとう。私が孫だという話は内緒にしてほしいの。クライアントの人たちにも言っていないから。耳に入って痛くもない腹を探られたくないので。
うん、わかったよ。これは僕と高野さんの秘密ということで。
Perhaps using a secret to buy his trust / loyalty. Although it's only a small secret, it feels good to think that I'm the only one who knows about it.
私はようやく3を数えただけ。まだ4にすら至っていない。研究の道のりはまだまだ険しく長いけれど、私は最後までやり抜くわ。必ずひなみ沢症候群の秘密を暴く。
So I'm also partially wondering if this is before or after wanting to repeat the curse or create the curse. Yeah. In any case, only counting to 4 and you call 3 and you call yourself a researcher? What did they teach you in school if you can only count to 3? Tut tut tut.
僕もそれを応援するよ。もともとそれが僕の役割だしね。
もうそういう余計なことを言わなければ十分かっこいいのに。 一言応援するって言ってくれればいいのよ。
するよ。君を応援する。
Nah, you've already ruined it. Too late.
二度言い直してもダメね。一回で言えなくちゃかっこよくはならないわね。
We laughed cheerfully together. And after we finished laughing, she became serious again and spoke as if to drive the point home.
だから二郎さん、くれぐれも私が孫だって言わないようにね。
言わないよ。約束する。
孫だからいけないということはないけれど、クライアントがそれを知って不快に思ったら予算を切られるようなことがあるかもしれない。
I mean, in other ways, she also isn't technically related to him, but yeah.
そんなことはないと思うよ。第一、僕は喋らないしね。
絶対よ。本当の本当に絶対よ。
The way how she's so insistent on it does feel like she already has Hirasawa syndrome by this point. I'm gonna guess at least.
この研究のために命をもらったの。祖父の研究を完成させることだけが私の使命。踏みにじられた研究が世界を驚かす偉大なものであったことを証明し、土の下で朽ちる祖父をたたえさせ、神に昇華させること。それだけが私の生きる理由であり目的なの。もしそれを邪魔するような不用意な言葉をあなたがうっかり漏らして研究に支障が出たならば。
大丈夫だよ。ここで聞いた話は忘れるよ。
She does seem paranoid.
本当さ。いや、絶対に口外しない。僕は約束は守るよ。絶対に言わない。
絶対よ、二郎さん。
I sensed something frightening within her for a moment. Afraid that she would end up possessed by it, I swore to keep the promise. Her intellectual curiosity as a researcher and her conviction to complete her grandfather's work are what stirs her passion for researching Hirasawa syndrome. I think there's one more reason, but it's far too deep, and it's within a wound in her heart that someone like me should never touch. But earlier, she said, if you create problems for my research, I wonder what she wanted to say after that. I can't help thinking she wanted to say something terrifyingly merciless. I kept my promise of her, and we never talked about the issue again after that. Da da da! Okay, so next time I'm probably going to do Mysterious Death of a Fruited Couple, followed by a red capsule. So until then, hope you've enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments, and yeah, until then, see ya.